Jada Pinkett is famous for emasculating Will Smith more than anything else she's done in her career.
Rich people aren't necessarily smarter, they just have the luxury of taking more chances and making more mistakes without penalties.
The human race is extremely lucky that the continents drifted apart.
People don't honk their horns in people's driveways anymore since cell phones became ubiquitous.
There are still uncontacted tribes in the world. Think of how freaked out they'll be if we ever build a moon base that you can see the lights of at night.
There's precedent for men being referenced to as daddy in bed, but even with the growing prevalence of age gap relationships, there's no one calling a guy grandpa in bed.
The goal of a civil engineer is to not become famous.
Plumbers think Drano doesn't work because they never visit homes where it did.
There are few things more terrifying than a person in power who believes they're the victim.
Every friend started as a stranger.
Concept of afterlife doesn't seem as absurd as the concept of before life.
Pedestrians are unwitting beta testers for autonomous vehicles.
Without the concept of money, pet stores must seem so confusing to dogs. They enter a land filled with food and toys, grab a few things, and leave the rest behind.
A bad night's sleep at a hotel is an expensive payment for sleep deprivation.
Pet owners, eventually you'll get a pet that outlives you.
Younger people don't know how cool it was to find a hidden track on your music CD.
Nostalgia is an addictive pain.
There will be a point in the future where no one will be able to differentiate an old photo from a new photo.
Dreams are screensavers for your brain.
Now for a quick break. Stay tuned for more shower thoughts. Babies and dachshunds have the same bodily proportions.
Wishing for someone to die is the wish that always comes true.
We often praise celebrities for being business savvy rather than the financial professionals they hire.
When humans smile, we bare our teeth. Yet, it is seen as a friendly gesture.
Our shadows are the most loyal companions we have, sticking by our side through every high and low, yet we rarely notice them.
Handing out paper flyers that promotes the preservation of trees at the definition of irony.
Martians lose more prominence in pop culture the more rovers we send to Mars.
It's normal to wake up to go pee, but the notion of waking up from a dead sleep to take a dump is hilariously absurd.
You shouldn't judge a game by its fan base, unless it's an online one.
I'm Montgomery Jones.
And I'm Amalia Dupre. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back tomorrow with more mind-bending shower thoughts. Goodbye for now. If you liked this podcast, check out our other podcast, Daily Dad Jokes. It'll make you laugh and groan. Just search for Daily Dad Jokes in your podcast app or check the show notes page for links. This podcast was produced by Klassic Studios. Please see the show notes page for source credits.